Hello everyone. So we are group number one and the company that we have chosen for our final. So talking about the introduction of Airbnb. Airbnb is an online marketplace and hospitality service that allows people to rent out their homes, apartments or rooms to travelers. And it was basically founded in 2008 by Brian Chesky, Joe Gebbia and Nathan Bleckark in San Francisco, California. So the concept behind Airbnb is to provide a unique travel experience that connects travelers with local hosts, allowing them to experience a new destination like a local. And the host can list their properties on the platform, and travelers can search for any book and book accommodations in more than 220 countries worldwide. Now, also Airbnb has revolutionized the travel industry by providing an alternative to traditional hotels and resorts, and has quickly become a popular choice for traveling seeking and more authentic experience. In addition to accommodations, Airbnb also offers a unique experience hosted by locals such as cooking classes, hiking tours, and cultural experiences. Now talking about the history of Airbnb. So, sorry, Airbnb was basically founded in August 2008 in San Francisco, California. And the idea for Airbnb came about when Chesky and Gebbia, both industrial design students, couldn't afford to pay their rent and decided to rent out air mattresses in their living room during a design conference. They soon realized that there was a market for short-term affordable accommodation and decided to create a platform. Sorry, decided to create a platform to connect hosts with guests. Initially, Airbnb was called Air Bed and Breakfast and could focus on renting out air mattresses and providing breakfast to guests. However, the founders quickly realized that the concept could be expanded to include any type of accommodation from spare rooms to entire apartments and houses. And in 2009, Airbnb received its first significant investment from Sequoia Capital and continued to grow rapidly. And by 2011, the company had more than 5 lakh listings in 192 countries and it had raised more than $120 million in funding. In 2013, Airbnb faced another setback when the New York State Attorney General Office issued a subpoena for data on hosts who were suspected of violating local hotel laws. The company fought the subpoena or the plea and arguing that it violated the privacy of its host, but eventually it argued to hand over some data on a limited number of hosts. Despite these challenges, Airbnb has continued to grow and expand its services. In 2006, the company introduced a feature that allows users to book experiences and activities in addition to accommodation. Now, talking about the company structure and revenue model, Airbnb company structure is based on a two-sided marketplace model. On one side, there are hosts who list property for rent, and on the other side, there are guests who book those properties for short-term stays. The revenue model for Airbnb is based on a commission-based fee structure. When a booking is made through platform, Airbnb charges a host a commission fee ranging from 5% to 15%. That completely depends on the booking value. Depending on the host cancellation policy and other factors, Airbnb also charges a service fee to guests, which ranges from 0% to 20%, same depending on the booking value and depending on the time of types of accommodation factors and the other things. In addition to its core commission-based revenue model, Airbnb has also introduced a number of revenue streams that includes Airbnb Plus, which is a program that provides a more curated and high-end selection of properties for guests. Hosts who are accepted into the program pay a fee to Airbnb to cover the cost of a professional photographer and other services. Airbnb for Work, which is a work platform that caters specifically to business travelers, and it allows hosts to offer amenities such as Wi-Fi, workspace, and self check-in, and it charges a commission fee of 3% to the host and service fee to the guest. Last but not the least, the host service. The host service is a suite of tools and suite that is suite of tools and services that helps hosts manage their properties, including cleaning, key delivery, and interior design. Hosts use who use their services pay a fee to Airbnb. In terms of company structure, Airbnb has a hierarchical organizational structure with different terms and departments. responsible for different areas of the business, such as marketing, operation, and product development. And the project is led by a CEO and executive team, and it has a board of directors that oversees the company's strategic decision.
So, as we've understood the history of Airbnb and its revenue model, so let us understand the company's structure and its workings. So, Airbnb has basically these following departments: engineering, design, operations, marketing, legal and regulatory affairs, finance and accounting, HR, and talent acquisition. The company structure is designed to support growth, maintain high standards of quality, and regulatory compliance. So the emphasis in Airbnb is given on innovation, collaboration, and customer centricity. Each department uses data in order to in order to make informed decision and improve its operations. So let us briefly understand how each department uses data for what functions, basically, how it uses data. So engineering department uses its data to analyze user behavior and optimize performance. Design department uses its data for user research and to measure effectiveness. Operations uses data in order to optimize support processes and compliance. Marketing department uses its data in order to analyze user behavior and measure the campaign effectiveness. Legal and regulatory affairs uses data to monitor compliance and manage all its legal aspects. Finance and accounting uses data for financial management and optimization. And lastly, HR and talent acquisition department uses data in order to identify top talent and optimize recruitment and retention strategies.
Hi, my name is Vidhi Siksaria, and now I'd be talking a little bit about the journey of Airbnb and data. What all data does Airbnb have and how it is using it? So, as a technology company, obviously, data is a critical component of Airbnb's business. So, some of the data structures and data sources that Airbnb uses. First one could be listings data, of course, because it provides a wide range of information. Hosts provide a wide range of information about their listings, including details about the number of bedrooms, the number of bathrooms, square foot of their property, then a little bit about their neighborhood as well, for example, the proximity to local attractions, etc. Second could be user data. So it collects a wide range of information about its users, including the demographic data as well as the behavioral data. It also collects payment information from users. Search data, how users are interacting with the platform, including the search terms that they are using or filters that they are applying. And in order to finalize a booking, what all criteria are they following? Review data, it collects feedbacks from the guests, so that can be used also. uh, the written reviews that are there on the platforms can also be very helpful for the other hosts that might make any decision about whether to accept a booking or not. Social media data, it collects data from social media platforms using application programming interfaces provided by those platforms. It can include information about users' interests, likes, dislikes, as well as data about their social networks and connection. Now, we've talked about the data structures and technology. So, now a, a little about the technology that is used to collect, process, and analyze this data. So, relational databases. It uses relational databases to store and organize structured data such as the listings and user information. These databases are optimized for fast retrieval of data using SQL queries. Now, NoSQL databases, it also uses NoSQL databases to store and analyze unstructured data such as the search and review data. Data warehouses, it also uses data warehouses to store and analyze large amount of data for business intelligence and reporting purposes. Big data technologies, it uses this to it uses software such as Hadoop and Spark to process and analyze large amount of data in real time. Then machine learning, It also uses machine learning algorithms to analyze data and make predictions about user behavior, pricing, and other business metrics that might be useful for the platform. Um, Now, how Airbnb uses this data? It's a huge pool of data available with the company. So, how is the company using it? First one could be improving the user experience. It collects a wide amount of data on users' behavior on its platform, including their search history, preferences, and past booking. So the company uses this data to improve the user experience by optimizing its search algorithms to provide users with the most relevant and personalized search results. Then managing inventory, of course, the success depends on having a wide variety of listings available at all times for the guests to book. To manage this inventory effectively, obviously, it has to collect data on listings of hotels, including the amenities, the location that are more popular, that are being preferred by the customers, and subsequently they have to maintain inventory of the same. Now, data can be used to prevent fraud. As an online marketplace, of course, it is very vulnerable to fraud and other types of abuse. Now, when it keeps collecting data, they'll analyze the kind of activities or detect and prevent fraudulent activities such as fake listings, fake reviews, credit card frauds, etc. Monitoring safety, of course, being in a hospitality industry, takes hospitality safety very seriously, and it collects data on safety incident reports reported by users, such as the accidents or crimes that occur during a booking. It uses this data to monitor safety trends and identify potential risks to guests and hosts. Now it uses data to screen potential guests and hosts for which might be imposing a safety risk. Now, another one could be analytics and reporting. The data infrastructure also supports analytics and reporting functions, which enables the company to track key performance indicators such as revenue, bookings, etc. Predictive analysis, obviously, when one person is booking a certain type of properties, then it can collect this data and make sure that it is suggesting the same type of properties again to that particular customer. So these are a few of the uses of the data that exists with Airbnb. As of 2021, Airbnb has more than 7 million listings in over 220 countries and regions, and it has become one of the most valuable privately held companies in the world.
So how can Airbnb leverage this data further, and what kind of future Airbnb can be looking forward to regarding its data-driven tech? So Airbnb can leverage its data resources in several ways to improve its business operations and create value for its users. So the first thing Airbnb can do is personalization. It can use its vast data resources to create personalized experiences for its users by analyzing booking behavior, search queries, and user profiles. Airbnb can then recommend properties and experiences that are tailored to each user's preferences. It could also be used to provide personal recommendations for local experiences as well. The next thing Airbnb can focus on is using its data to optimize pricing for its hosts and guests. So by analyzing supply and demand trends, booking patterns, and user behavior, Airbnb can provide more accurate pricing recommendations to hosts, resulting in better revenue management. On the other hand, the guests can benefit from this by dynamic pricing, which can provide more competitive rates for the property they are interested in. Nextly, safety and security is also a dimension where Airbnb can use data analytics and machine learning to detect fraudulent activities and protect its users. So, by analyzing user behavior, booking patterns, and payment history, Airbnb can potentially flag suspicious transactions and take appropriate actions against them to prevent these fraudulent activities. So, it may also be able to run some kind of background checks for the host as well as the guest to ensure security measures, and it can also monitor properties in real time so that they can ensure they meet the safety standards. Nextly, predictive analytics is also something Airbnb can use its data resources on to forecast the future demand, supply, and market trends. So, by analyzing data from various resources, including user behavior, social media, and external factors such as weather and events in the territory, Airbnb can make better informed decisions about pricing, marketing, and the overall inventory management process. Nextly, customer support is another dimension where Airbnb can use data. So, in this case, by analyzing the user feedback and support interactions, Airbnb can identify common issues which are recurring and um, address them properly. So, this can result in effectively increasing the response times to minimal, as well as improve the resolution rates for the queries and overall higher customer satisfaction levels. So, uh, nextly, innovation in property management can also be done. So, here we can leverage data to improvise in the sector, which can include the dimensions of the use of smart home technology to streamline an efficient stream check-in process and checkout process, as well as monitor occupancy rates and improve property maintenance. Lastly, Airbnb can use data to identify new markets and opportunities for its expansion. So, again, by analyzing behavior, travel patterns, and other factors, Airbnb can make better informed decisions about where to expand its offerings and how to tailor them according to the specific markets. So, overall, with this wealth of data, it can help create more value for its users and improve its business operation on an overall level. So, nextly, Airbnb's future kind of depends on how it invests in this data and to enhance the user experience and as well as drive operational efficiency and support its overall business growth. So, what kind of potential trends we could be looking forward in the future? So, we can think about predictive analytics, the use of AI, machine learning, blockchain, virtual reality, IoT, big data analytics, personalization of some kind sort, augmented reality, as well as the use of voice assistants. So, as long as Airbnb continues investing in data analytics and technology, it can continue to improve the quality of its data and leverage advanced analytics technologies to foster collaboration and focus on key business outcomes as well. So, lastly, Airbnb should continue investing again in this data to um, so that it can make cutting edge technologies which can continue to disrupt and transform the travel industry. So, how can Airbnb become more data driven? So, first of all, the first step is very easy, collecting more data, which is so Airbnb can collect more data from its users by encouraging them to provide more information about their own travel preferences or experiences. So this can be done either through surveys or user feedback, and Airbnb can kind of incentivize users so that they provide more detailed information as well. Airbnb could then invest in their data analytics sector. So it will help in collecting, storing, and analyzing large amounts of data more efficiently. And this can include machine learning algorithms, data visualization tools, as well as investing in predictive analytics models as well. Nextly, um, implementing data-driven decision making will help in Airbnb collect more data to inform pricing, marketing, and inventory management decisions, as well as identifying new market opportunities as well. Also, one more sphere Airbnb should invest in once it collects more and more data is enhancing the data security and privacy. So, to ensure the data is secure and privacy compliant. So, this can include implementing robust security measures, ensuring that the compliance with data regulations is on, and providing users with more transparency and control over their own data. And lastly, Airbnb should encourage a data-driven culture by educating its employees on the importance of data and providing them with the tools and resources to make data-driven decisions as well. So this can be done with the help of training program for the users or like the hosts, as well as data literacy initiatives, as well as leadership buy-ins as well.
Now, since we've understood how Airbnb uses its data and gets even more data in order to do its business efficiently, now let's discuss the future of Airbnb. So, we all know COVID-19 pandemic affected very severely to all the businesses around the world. Despite of these challenges, Airbnb continued to grow. Basically, it focused on the diversification beyond the traditional vacation rentals. It enhanced the personalization through data analytics and machine learning. It emphasized on the security and safety for its guests. The online regulatory challenges and the need to build trust and credibility with the regulators. Airbnb invested in its new technologies in order to improve the user experience and drive efficiency. Since we all know how corporate social responsibility is such an integral part for all the organization in today's time, so Airbnb focused on sustainability and eco-friendly accommodation options. It invested in health and wellness initiatives, expanded into new markets, particularly the emerging economies. It explored a lot of partnerships and acquisitions in order to drive growth and expand its offerings. It invested in social responsibility initiatives which aligned with the company's mission, vision, and values.
Airbnb in the next 20 years to come. Predicting the future of any company is challenging, especially for a fast moving and rapidly evolving company like Airbnb. However, here are some potential ways that Airbnb could evolve over the next 20 years. Continued expansion. Airbnb is likely to continue expanding to new markets, both geographically and in terms of the type of properties it offers. Over the next 20 years, we could see Airbnb expanding into new regions such as Africa and the Middle East, as well as offering a wider range of accommodation options such as long term rentals and corporate housing. Increased personalization. Airbnb is likely to continue investing in personalization using data driven technologies to provide customized recommendations and experiences to users. Over the next 20 years, we could see Airbnb using artificial intelligence and machine learning to create more personalized experiences such as customized itineraries and personalized travel guides. Sustainable tourism. As concerns over sustainability and climate change grow, Airbnb is likely to play a more prominent role in promoting sustainable tourism. Over the next 20 years, we could see Airbnb partnering with local communities and organizations to promote eco friendly tourism and support local economies. Virtual experiences. Airbnb has already experimented with virtual experiences, offering online cooking classes and cultural experiences. Over the next 20 years, we could see Airbnb expanding its virtual experiences offering, providing users with the ability to explore new destinations and cultures from the comfort of their own homes. Integration with other technologies. As technology continues to evolve, Airbnb is likely to integrate with other technologies such as virtual reality and blockchain. Over the next 20 years, we could see Airbnb leveraging these technologies to enhance the user experience and drive operational efficiency. Emphasis on health and safety. The COVID 19 pandemic has highlighted the importance of health and safety in the travel industry. Over the next 20 years, we could see Airbnb placing an even greater emphasis on health and safety, using data driven technologies to provide early warning systems and mitigate risks for hosts and guests. Integration with smart home devices. As smart home technology continues to become more widespread, Airbnb could integrate with smart home devices to provide a seamless experiences for guests. For example, guests could use voice commands to adjust the temperature, turn on lights, or control other devices in their Airbnb rental. Airbnb has already expanded beyond its core business of short term rentals, launching experiences, luxury rentals, and other offerings. Over the next 20 years, we could see Airbnb expanding into new business models such as vacation packages, transportation, and even creating its own hotel brands. Increased collaboration with governments. As the regulatory environment continues to evolve, Airbnb may collaborate more closely with governments to address concerns around taxes, zoning, and safety regulations. This could lead to new opportunities for partnerships and innovations, as well as greater legitimacy of Airbnb in the eyes of regulators and consumers. Continued innovation in data analytics. Data and analytics are likely to remain a key driver of Airbnb's success as the company seeks to better understand its users and provide more personalized experiences. Over the next 20 years, we could see Airbnb investing even more in data driven technologies such as artificial intelligence and machine learning to provide more customized recommendations and predictive analytics for hosts and guests. Overall, the future of Airbnb is likely to be shaped by a combination of continued innovation, strategic partnerships, and a deep understanding of customer needs and preferences. While Airbnb continues to explore and expand, here are some fields that they can move into. Business travel. While Airbnb has already made strides in attracting business travelers, the company could further develop its offerings to cater specifically to this market. This could include partnerships with companies to provide corporate housing, more seamless expense management features, and other business friendly amenities. Health and wellness travel. As more consumers seek out health and wellness travel experiences, Airbnb could explore opportunities in this space. This could include partnering with wellness focused hosts, providing resources for healthy living while traveling, and offering curated experiences and retreat. Sustainable travel. As concerns around climate change and sustainability continue to grow, Airbnb could position itself as a leader in sustainable travel. This could include promoting eco friendly travel options, partnering with sustainable hosts, and launching initiatives to reduce the environmental impact of travel. Fractional ownership. Fractional ownership is a growing trend in the real estate industry, and Airbnb could potentially leverage this trend to offer new types of rental opportunities. This could include partnering with fractional ownership companies to offer Airbnb branded rental properties or creating its own fractional ownership model for hosts and guests. Urban planning. As more cities grapple with the challenges of urbanization, Airbnb could partner with city governments and urban planners to develop more sustainable and livable cities. This could include leveraging Airbnb's data and insight to form urban planning decisions or partnering with local organizations to support community initiatives. Vacation packages. Airbnb could potentially offer packages that combine accommodations with other travel related services such as flights, tours, and activities. Social travel. As social media and technology continue to shape the way people travel, Airbnb could explore ways to incorporate social travel features into its platform, such as group travel planning and social networking for travelers. Business travel. Airbnb could further expand into the business travel market by offering more business friendly features such as dedicated workspaces, 24-hour check ins, and customized billing options. Virtual travel. As virtual reality technology advances, Airbnb could explore the idea of offering virtual travel experiences such as virtual tours of accommodations and destinations to enhance the booking experience for guests. Cultural immersions. Airbnb could further expand its offerings to include more immersive cultural immersion. Airbnb could further expand its offerings to include more immersive cultural experiences such as language classes, cooking classes, and homestays with local families. Overall, the possibilities for Airbnb to innovate and expand are virtually limitless, and the company's continued success will depend on its ability to stay ahead of challenging travel trends and evolving customer needs.